start by thanking each and every one of you for coming out tonight. I really appreciate it. My name is Sholes, and I will be presenting on why you should send your kids to summer camp. So first, what I want each and every one of you to do, sit back, close your eyes, if you don't mind. And I want each and every one of you to take a moment and think about when you were younger. Could have been 10 years ago, could have been 10 minutes ago. Think about the moments that really impacted who you are. You know, the iconic moments of your past that have shaped you, whether it be fun or not, that have really made you the person that's sitting in that chair. Right? So think about those. Alright, you can open your eyes. So those moments, those iconic moments, each and every one of us has them. They're all different, but they're all equally important. Now I'm here to tell you that a lot of those moments for me were at summer camp. I went to summer camp from a very young age. I've been going for years, and since then I've been working as a counselor. It is an overnight camp in Blacksburg, South Carolina, called YMCA Camp Cherokee, and it's an essential part of my life. It's essential not only because I enjoy it, and because, nowadays it even pays, but it's essential because it has made me the person I am. Alright? I have those moments when I take a second and I think back. I can think about special things that I did for the first time, special experiences that I had there, and I can even think of some of my best friends that I met there. Just to give you guys a little perspective. But not every kid has those. Not every kid has those experiences. Not every kid has those friends, has those, those moments in their life. Some kids, if we can focus in on just a summer. Summer is a third of the year. It's a long time. The rest of the school year is pretty mundane. It's the same thing every year, really. And then you get to the summer, the moment of opportunity, the moment of freedom, the moment of experience. But some kids don't experience much anything over the summer. I know we can all think of times where we just sat at home, maybe took a nap, played some video games, read a book even. But think about those moments and think if those really shaped you, if those really touched you, if you can look at yourself in the mirror and think, I am who I am because I sat on the couch and watched TV. See, some of these kids, they don't have experiences. And a lot of the times is because they're limited. So much of our youth these days are structured and limited to just school and home. If you live in a neighborhood, maybe your friend's house. Maybe you play on a sports team. But so much of our time is spent inside the walls of school and home. Now what can home and school offer? I know there's a lot. They can offer an education. They can offer, somewhere to belong, somewhere to be. But how much can it truly offer you? In a place of structure, in a place of a schedule, where you're doing one thing and then the next, all of those things being bound by the walls that surround you, how much can one truly be impacted? Just think about those limitations. Think about all the times you've wanted to do something, but you can't. You're stuck at home. So those times you sit in class and you think, man, I would really love this, but I can't. I'm sitting in class. I'm sitting in school. You get home and your mom asks you what you do today. A lot of times you don't really have an answer. You say, oh, I went to class, I talked about this. But did you really do anything? But where kids can do things, where they can grow, where they can learn and actually experience is summer camp. First I'd like to touch on the fun of it. It's a light topic, fun. We all love having fun. We all think of the places that we have fun, and we attribute them to be good because of it. Camp is a fun place. You know, rarely does a kid go and not enjoy it. It's a place where you can play with kids that you've never met before. You know, a place that you can sit around and actually talk with someone and enjoy it. You can learn about them. You can learn about yourself. You can enjoy yourself. Events and classes, you could say, are structured to be fun. You know, if I could speak personally for a second, there are two filters that I use for every decision that I make as a counselor. I think, is it safe? Is it fun? So I pass everything that goes through my mind through that screen. Is it safe? Is it fun? If it's not safe, we're not doing it. But if it's not fun, why would we do it? You know, I have kids come up to me and tell me today was the best day of my life. I can think of 3 times that a kid has said that to me. And each and every one of those times, I take a step back and I appreciate the magnitude of what he just said. The magnitude of the situation. And I think no time has a kid gone to school or has a kid sat at home and walked up to his mom and his teacher and said, "This was the best day of my life." Because it wasn't. It's plain and simple. But aside from the fun, you know, as they say, it's not all fun and games. Camp's a place of growth. It sounds cliche to think that a kid can grow in just a week or a couple weeks, even just a summer. But camp's a place of growth. You know, you go there and you're placed in unfamiliar, sometimes even uncomfortable situations. And you grow because of it. You find yourself. You learn about yourself. You learn how you act with others, how you act independently, and how you can thrive. And through it you grow. You know, you're placed in a situation, something you've never done before, and you have to figure out how you're going to convert. And you grow from it. And even those times that you fail, you know, maybe you went up to someone and tried to start a conversation with them, and they kind of shot you down. Well, you know what? You grew from it. Maybe you were playing a game and you lost. Well, you grew from it. Congrats. More than that, I experienced this growth every day of my life. You know, I walk around and I think that, you know, the reason I can do so many things, what I can refer back to when I'm faced with a situation is I can think, man, I know how to do this. Because I learned how to do this. I've already experienced something like this, either physically or conceptually. I've done this. I did it again. You know, camp it's a different environment. I can compare it back to those limitations that I talked about, you know, of a classroom or of a home setting. It's different. You know, literally there are no walls. You're in the woods. But more than that, it's a place of freedom. You know, you can act independently, you can act with others that you've never met before. But a big thing is that it's unstructured. So many times we are never given the opportunity to just do. You know, think about school. You know, you go to this class, you get 4 minutes, you go to the next class. And you do it over and over again. You do it 5 days of the week. And then you go home, and there's only so much you can do at your home. But camp's different. The walls are off, and so are the restrictions. You are free to do or not do as you please. The unstructured time is when we act in our most primal and in our most authentic. You know, when a conversation is not set up for us, that is when we regress to the conversations that we know. Or rather, is it progress? You know, you talk to someone not about what you're doing, because maybe you're not doing anything. You talk to another person about them, about you. And you think about these other people, and they come from a drastically different background than yourself. Kids come from all over the place in camp. And even if you're not talking to a kid, these kids can talk to their counselors. You know, a summer camp counselor is more than just a job. And I'm not trying to just butter myself up here. It's more than just a job. It's a role model. It's a role model a lot of these kids have never had before. How many 8-year-olds have ever taken the time to talk to an 18-year-old? You know, unless they have an older brother or a super young uncle, it's rare. And even when they do, it's not in the same environment. These role models, you know, these kids, they mirror their counselor. They act upon it, you know. Kids might think that their parent or their teacher is lame. You know, every single one of us has had a teacher that's lame. Every one of us has looked at our mom and said, no, Mom. Or even our dad. But they look at these counselors and they think, wow, you know, he's talking to that kid sitting on the wall over there. Maybe I can talk to him. You know, he's running outside in the rain because that seems like fun to him. Maybe it is fun. You know, he's jumping around, he's singing, he's going crazy, and he's not embarrassed. So why should I be embarrassed? These kids use these role models. And so often, I can personally attest, they find themselves acting just as they did. And that's the beauty of it. Lastly, don't worry, I'm going to get you guys out of here. I can talk about what camp has done for me personally. Not what it's done for, you know, the millions of kids that go over summer, but me. You know, you guys know me. And maybe I can speak to you a little bit and you can understand by actually comparing. You know, my mom's sitting in here. You can ask her. I wasn't always the most outgoing. I wasn't always the loudest kid. I wasn't always one to just get up and go. But I was able to go to camp where I was given opportunities to do so. And I was given positive role models who were doing it. You know, I can think, and I'll leave you guys on one thought. Without summer camp, I wouldn't have been able to get a TED Talk. Thank you.